this is Holly. Today we're going to be having lots of fun working with Dollar Tree stick-on wallpaper. And as always, I hope you enjoy the show. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you click that button. For this project, we're taking this Dollar Tree wallpaper. It's the one with the birds. I think it's so beautiful. And a Dollar Tree hardcover book. You could use a softcover book. I just wanted to do a hardcover book. And this is just an idea for you. This is definitely a decorative piece, but you certainly could cover a cookbook or a journal or something that you use. But I'm making it just for a decorative piece because as of the filming of this video, we are still in spring and we're heading into summer. And this is a perfect piece to leave out for those two seasons. So I covered it, and then I went ahead and took this vine and I tied it in a bow. Now I had made a previous DIY with that vine, some fairy little candles, and so it all ties in, and we're just wrapping up some of this lavender that I got at Walmart, and we're going to stick a rose at the bottom to cover the twine. Then those leaves that you see at the top, I'm going to go ahead and put that on the side, and that's it. Such a simple craft, fast, easy, and beautiful. This really is stunning in real life. It is perfect seasonal decor for spring and summer. Look at that. Just laying on a coffee table or a shelf or an entry table, anywhere you want to add some beautiful seasonal decor for a tiny bit of money. Next, we are working with these floating shelves from Dollar Tree. And I wanted to do something different with these. It's not what you think. I'm going to go ahead and see those little plastic things I'm pointing to that they kind of jot out and they're at the back of each one of these floating shelves. They come off super simple with that utility knife, so just shave them off. Go slow, be careful you don't cut yourself. That's one of my favorite things I love to do. I love to cut myself, so be careful you don't cut yourself. I did manage not to cut myself. And then you can put them together like this. Now I'm using Surebonder glue, which is a high quality, high heat glue right now. I do have my glue gun turned on high heat, and for this project it is lightweight because it's plastic, so this is going to be good enough. If you're going to be rough with this and you decide to make it and you want a more permanent hold, go ahead and grab your E6000 or super glue. So we're using this stick-on tile for this because I wanted mine to be a little thicker and waterproof, a little bit more than just the wallpaper, but you certainly could take the wallpaper and do the exact same thing. I'm just cutting it to fit in that center there, and I'm going to stick it down. And we've just made the cutest ever little tray. So for me personally, I'm going to be using this to put my where my dishes are. I have hand soap and lotion, and every time someone uses the hand soap, it drips everywhere down my sink. It looks terrible, so I thought I'm going to keep it on a little elevated tray right here, and that way it'll be easy to wipe off. I can even tear the tile off and switch it out. But I did add some spackling there in those little crevices so that you don't see them so much. But I think this is such a great idea. It gets it off the counter, keeps the water contained. It's waterproof now. It can be easily switched out. Let me know what you think. Oh, this is another pretty print in their wallpaper selection. I grabbed a wood round, and I did notice the wood rounds are like 3 times as thick as they were last year. So that's awesome. I think people were complaining that they were bowing and warping. They're not going to warp or bow anymore. They're really nice, and they're still $1.25. So that's something neat. So I'm just taking the paper here, and I'm going to cover half of the circle. And then I have these little stick-on wall decals that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, normally this is supposed to say "Be Happy," but if you follow my channel, you know I occasionally do a little shout out for our bees to help raise awareness so that you can share the message as well. Our little bees are really struggling due to pesticides and GMO crops. They are being born more weaker and smaller, and they're overall sickly. They're getting sickly and they're dropping in numbers. So if you could please not spray the inside of your flowers. If you have to spray, don't spray the inside where you see this little bee right now, and try to leave your dandelions on your lawn. It's a very short time, but that is actually their early food when they come out in spring and they don't have much to choose from. And these sweet little furry bumbles will literally work themselves to death They pollinate our crops. That's how we eat. Without our bees, we have no food. So they are super important for our ecosystem and our survival. And if you see one on the ground and it's looking tired, put a little honey or jam down. You will watch it drink it, and then they will fly along their merry way. It is so sweet to watch. Also, if you have a beehive, please don't call an exterminator. There are lots of volunteers now and companies that will come and collect your little bees to relocate them. So this year, in honor of our beloved and precious bees, I am leaving it Happy Bee because we want our bees to be extremely happy, healthy, and strong. So the flowers you see me gluing down now are actually like 3D cardboard flowers. I found them at the Dollar Tree and I thought this was the perfect project for it because it makes it kind of half 3D. And it's like a little 3D flower garden for our little bees to pollinate. Anyway, I just thought this came up so cute. I took and put a half bead at the top, and that's it. I'm going to hang this on my front door this year for summer and spring. It'll be a perfect excuse to share this message with anyone who comes up to my door. Let me know what you guys think. I really love this project. I am working with an oatmeal container again. It's been a while since I've done that. I actually have a full video on this. Check it out if you're interested. I will leave it at the end of this video as well. So I just took the paper off. I'm taking some of the shelving paper. I have been using this container for about a year to store my twine from Walmart. That one doesn't get tangled up. And I was just leaving it with the oatmeal paper and I thought, wow, that looks kind of yucky. Holly, you should do something with that. This was the perfect time to do it. I thought this was just a classy, peaceful print for this. It's perfect. Right there, that's my little roll from Walmart. I just keep it at the bottom, and then I poked some holes at the top of the lid. When I made this, I chose to poke 2 holes side by side at the top right there, so it has like a little tooth or 2 little teeth sticking out, kind of like the Lysol wipes, and it does give it a more professional feel when you pull it out. I really love it. Of course, you can store yarn, string, whatever you want, but these kind of containers, whether they're oatmeal, coffee container, hot cocoa, they are perfect for this. Grab yourself a Dollar Tree frame. I chose this frame because it's wood on the edge and kind of angles downward, and I thought it would be perfect for what I needed. So I'm just taking the marble print wallpaper and I'm going to trace it out, and then I'm going to cut it. Same thing that we did in the other ones, you cut it. That cutter definitely helps too. It gives really straight lines and everything comes up looking really professional. Now I didn't stick this one down because I thought in case I want to change it out, I didn't want to damage the back. And for that piece, I just twisted it back and forth and I pulled it off. It comes off really easy, simple to do. And look at that. Look at how the marble has like little browns in it and it pulls from the frame. I thought that was so beautiful. Now we're grabbing the DIY wood dice there, and we're going to use those for some super cute chunky little feet on this. We're making a tray. I needed a tray for my bathroom, and so I thought, oh my gosh, this would be perfect, but we're missing, I wanted a matching set, so I made that DIY, and then I thought we're going to make one more thing here. I grabbed one of these glass vases, and I'm just using some rubbing alcohol to clean it off, and then we're going to cut down the same print, the marble print, and we're just going to cover half of that vase. Now you could definitely stop here. This is a really elegant look, or they sell those pearls at Dollar Tree, which would also make a really nice trim, especially if you're using it for a vase, or it depends how you're styling it. For me, I'm going to be putting cotton balls in this, so I wanted to add the burlap ribbon. I just thought that kind of went better with that look, and I'm going to glue it on the top and the bottom. And there we are right there. I have 4 bathrooms in this house, and I finally have a little bit of decor going in this bathroom. I think it came up so cute. I love the natural wood. Now the next project is featured in another video, but I just couldn't leave it out because I got so many compliments. It was one of everybody's favorites, and in case you missed it, it does use Dollar Tree wallpaper. For this one, I am using foam board, and I'm going to take the foam board and measure it using this Dollar Tree little house shape that I have. You can do it, just by measuring, but I happen to have this as a template, so I thought I might as well use it because it was perfect for what I was going to make. And I'm just tracing it out, and then I'm going to cut both of them out. So I just cut the front and the back out, and now I'm cutting the sides. I'm going to cut 2 of these. I'm going to cut it now into the shapes that I just cut out of foam board, because we're going to be covering the foam board with this wallpaper. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So the only thing that I realized when I was done is that when I go to glue all this together, I should have covered the sides of the front and the back. So the front and the back is going to be this one right here with the little triangle on the top. So no big deal. I just cut out some strips of the wallpaper and then covered the sides. That was it. So now we don't have those showing anymore. And some of you might notice that I have a band-aid on my finger because I did end up cutting my finger when I was cutting this foam board. So be careful. I drew a little happy face with a wink just to say hi to you guys while I'm filming. But be careful. So now I'm gluing all the pieces together, and I did have to reinforce it down the seams on the inside because the wallpaper is a little bit shiny and it wanted to come apart, and I didn't want to use high heat with my glue gun because I was afraid I was going to melt the styrofoam. So low heat worked fine, but you just have to put extra seams of hot glue everywhere to make sure it doesn't come apart. And now we are making the rooftop. So I'm using a different wallpaper for this one. I wanted to use like a faux wood, and I just cut out some more foam board, and I'm gluing it on the top like a roof, and again reinforcing it with my glue gun. I cut out another piece of foam board because I decided I wanted a base for this. I kind of made a lot of decisions as I was going. Like, I went ahead and I put Spanish moss on it, and then I went, oh no, I want to add some shadow and texture to this because it's like a birdhouse. That's what we're making, and I thought that doesn't look good, and I don't quite like the color of the rooftop. I want it to look more like a cottage, you know, just kind of, I don't know, more Hobbit looking. I can't think of another way to put that, but yeah, that's what I ended up doing here. And I'm just using wax. Look at how beautiful that looks though, because it already has the print of the wood grain in there. This actually came out really beautiful when it was done. And after I covered the whole thing with the Spanish moss, I went ahead and trimmed it. So here I am painting the edge with paint because I decided I didn't like that look right. So I was able to paint where the moss didn't cover, so that was kind of the good thing about doing it after the Spanish moss was on. But if I had to do it again, I'd paint it first. Now I'm painting the whole of the birdhouse there using some chalk paint, so it has a one coat coverage. And we're using this little branch here for the bird, I don't know what that's called, the little stand, I guess. Now here's this funky, silly bird. Look at that beak. And this is a hack I showed in a video once before. You just cut that beak down and shape it into the beak that you want it to look like, so it looks like a regular bird beak. There you go, right there. And then I painted his feet, or her feet, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I painted the feet black with the chalk paint, and then you have a nice white bird. So I ended up using the pink egg that I made in the previous video that I just did. It's just one of the Dollar Tree styrofoam eggs. I love the texture because it kind of looks like faux cement, so I just paint them, and I made too many, so I ended up using it for this one. And then I'm just gluing all these pretty flowers around the edge and greenery. It's coming up gorgeous, you guys. I have lavender in there. I don't even know all the stuff that I put in there, but I did add a couple mushrooms because they are trending right now, and I thought that was cute. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I really do love you guys. I always look so forward to seeing you every week. And if you enjoyed the video and you had fun today, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my creations and projects, here's another video I think you'll enjoy watching next.